I will be showing you how to cut a carrot on bias. The reason we might want to cut something with a bias cut would be if we want to increase the surface area. This allows the food item to cook faster and brown more easily. A lot of stir-fry recipes will ask for a bias cut vegetable because stir-fries are made with high heat over a short period of time. So it's important to prepare the vegetables with as much surface area as possible, especially the harder, denser vegetables like carrots. So I have just washed and scrubbed this carrot under cool running water, and to save time, I did not bother peeling the carrot, but the only difference between a peeled carrot and an unpeeled carrot is sometimes the unpeeled carrot has a slightly more earthy flavor to it, but it's not always noticeable. Also, peeled carrots just look prettier because the outer layer is removed, exposing the bright, even orange color that's underneath the skin. So I've chosen to use a chef's knife because I'm able to get more leverage when I'm cutting through the carrot, which can sometimes be a tough vegetable to cut. And I've made sure to keep the protective sheath on until I'm ready to use the knife. So I'm gonna begin by cutting off the ends of the carrot. We don't want those parts, they're icky. Okay, set those aside. So remember when you're cutting to use your claw hand. So you're making sure that your knuckles are protecting your fingertips and they're not exposed like that where you could end up accidentally chopping your finger rather than the carrot. Now, when we normally are cutting things, we cut them straight up and down. Just like when I was cutting off the ends, we were cutting straight up and down. And in that case, that would be if we were cutting carrot coins or moons, however, it's the same thing. So this is how you normally would be cutting carrots for a recipe. You'd have them in coins like this. And that's just you're cutting straight up and down. Simple like that, how you cut most things. Now with a bias cut, we're gonna cut at a 45-degree angle. So straight up and down is here. This would be 90 degrees. So that would be if we're cutting julienne strips, which are just the skinny, long strips. Or if we were cutting the carrot in half and then cutting that into half coins. So a bias cut, we're doing at 45 degrees. So you can see, compared to just straight up and down, the bias cut has more surface area. Okay? And then the steeper of an angle that you cut the carrot on, the more surface area you have. So let's say I started cutting at an angle like this. Okay. So this is straight up and down, like that. This one is at a 45-degree angle. And this one is at even a steeper angle. So you can see so much more surface area there. But in order to help with even cooking, you want to try to cut your pieces in the same thickness. So I don't want to have one cut this thick and then another piece cut this thick. Okay, that's the thinner one here is going to cook way faster than this one that's cut this thick. So you want to make sure the thicknesses are similar. And then once you've cut up the amount of carrots your recipe has asked for, you can set them aside until they're needed. Otherwise, they can be stored in the fridge for 1 to 2 weeks, and that's just because of their low water content.